Hi, my name is Mark and I'm going to talk to you today about event search within Astrid. So to get to the event search, we click on add and then search OC element XML lists. And we have a few lists we can choose from. So these all come from Steve Preston. So prior to 2024, the list of occultations was a lot smaller, but starting in 2022, Steve has expanded that list for more coverage, but with less information on each one. So, for example, there's two of the lists here are Steve's curated lists, where he selects higher ranking events. But then there's lower ranking events which cover each month. So you've got one for general asteroids, NEOs and TNOs. And you can search those lists as well. So we'll start off with searching the November-December list for 2023. So you put in a search range. You put it in position, so it defaults to your current position. But you can also put in a position of your choosing as well if you're planning on traveling, and an altitude, and then you can choose the limiting star magnitude, the altitude of the sun, the magnitude drops. So say if you wanted a magnitude drop of greater than 0.5, we can put that in there, and how far you're prepared to travel as well, and then the star altitude. So if we want to say all events over 15 degrees in altitude, and then you click search. And then it goes off and search that list. Now this is a position-based search, unlike say OWCloud, where it's not position-based. This behaves a bit more like Occult Watcher desktop, but it's integrated into Astrid itself. So we've got our results here. So we can sort by object name, ascending or descending, event time. You can choose the events you want. So we're going to choose, let's put it back, search by event time. Okay, so you've got two things you can do in the clues here. Plus adds an event, and you can click the asteroid name to open it up on OWCloud. So if we want to open up this event, to take a bit more of a closer look at it, click on Finson, and it will launch OWCloud on that event. Okay, and then we just click on the event. And that's our track, and then if we want, we can add a station here to register that event that we can then sync later with OWCloud, which I've got a separate video on. Another thing you can do, you can just add it straight to Astrid. So to do that, you just click on the plus, and you can add it here. The better way to add it is via OWCloud as a station. But if you don't want to do that for some reason, you can also do that here and edit any of the parameters that you need to do. Just watch out if you do it this way that you're going to want that error in time, and that's not actually supplied in the occult element file. So you might need to grab that off OWCloud. And then you just click on add, and then that event's in there. The search is quite fast. It can scan a lot of items. So for example, if I take January, and just be careful that when you're searching, your search dates are within the date file that you're looking at. So if you're looking at a February file, make sure your start and end date are within February. So let's search for everything the first 5 days of January. For this location, we're going to put a star magnitude limit at 12 on this one, and magnitude drop of let's say 2, and everything else, say over 20 degrees. Now we probably want to clear the other list. We can actually keep that list and add to it, but I don't want to do that. I want to clear it, so I'm just going to clear it and then click on search. So first thing it does is scan all the events in the file, and then it starts scanning through all those events. So there's 16,000 events now that it's analysing to find ones that match our criteria. And that's now done. Now, if you wanted to export it, you could export that as a CSV file by clicking on that button. So you have a record somewhere else. Or you can add the events that you're interested in straight into Astrid. And that's it. That's how search works. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to rate and subscribe.